was just thinking that as you were talking about that stuff, Tom, and what George has been able to contribute, and of course, George's comment coming back is, hey, I'm real good at this first part, but hey, can somebody help me on the closing side? And one of the reasons we decided on the metrics, the KPIs, key performance indicators, because we see this as phases. We see every bit of this as phases. And you can clearly see now when you go and look at those metrics that some people are really, 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 really good at building the relationship. And you can tell why, because they have a very high conversion from consult to survey, or from survey to CSP, one of those two. So we can see that, right? And then we have certain people that are really, really good at closing. So what we're looking for with those KPIs is we want to break down that data. We want to analyze that data based on certain buckets, because we know we can train to those buckets and we can get really, really good at it. If I could take us on another course real quick, something I want to share with you guys, and this is a concept. Hopefully you got a pen or a laptop in front of you so you can write this down. But we deal with people all day long, every day. We've got like 13, 14 people on the fulfillment team when you talk about funding analysts and all of that. So we got a lot of folks. And one of the things we do here at LenCred, to Tom's credit, is we make sure we always are moving forward with respect to training the people. Now, not just the new people, because we have a lot of new hires here that are learning the BCC, the PCC, and the BFS roles. And, the testament to us right now is quality product. When we get good results, when we have happy customers who, by the way, pay their bills to Monterey, which is a good thing. When we have those, we achieve those things, we're winning. You can't consider it anything but a win when your client has a proper expectation set by you guys. Account executives are doing a great job on that. We don't have any problems, limited problems on missed expectations, which is fantastic. Second thing is when the fulfillment team matches those expectations and we move people north and they're achieving their strategies. It's really important. My point is, we deal with clients every day. A Sean Moria, a Dustin, an Art, a Guy, a Lois, they'll have anywhere from 12 to 14 appointments a day. 12 to 14 appointments a day. So what do we learn from that? Because as a good operating company, we want feedback loops. The more information we can get from you guys, the better we're going to get, right? I got some great, I actually just got off the phone with Sal. Sal and his team have put up 19 units this month. 19 units by themselves, one group. It's kind of like Marty and Damon. They got like 3 sales guys. They put up 19 units. They're doing well. So I like to get in there and say, okay, what are you doing? How are you doing? How can I help? Got any tips for me? Those types of things. So we're getting feedback loops. The point of this conversation is there is a concept out there that you've probably heard of and you might have been trained for it in the past. So I don't ever apologize for redundancy, because I'm the redundancy guy, right? Repetition is the form of retention. So we want to make sure we continue to repeat what you may have heard of in the past. But if you haven't heard it in the past, there's a method called ACE, A-C-E. It's very, very important. And it has to do with, again, the building of the relationship and, putting that person that you're speaking to in a position, a relaxed position, so they're open to sharing with you their pain. This is back to the discussion we had last week. But I want to bring this out because it is a technical method that is very often trained, especially on coaching floors and mentoring positions. And I think it's something you guys may be able to benefit from. So may I have your permission to share that with you today? Everybody's good with that? Okay. It's called ACE, A-C-E, and it stands for affirmation, edification, and confirmation. So affirmation, edification, and confirmation. And it's used when a client asks you a question. So obviously all day long, every day, our fulfillment specialists get asked a question. And because we have categorically, we have experts. We have a personal credit expert. We have a business credit expert, and we have a financial strategist. So oftentimes that business credit consultant may get asked a question that he or she wants to defer to, let's say for this example, a business financial strategist. Can ask a question. He could just say, oh, go ask your business financial strategist. But we don't do that here. There is the need to deflect to more of a credible source. Oftentimes you can use the same method that I'm going to teach you right now. ACE, okay? So when Sally for example, asks a question, I know I need to deflect it to my business financial strategist. What we will say is we will affirm. We want to always affirm. Why do you affirm a question? Why do you say, Sally, that's a great question. I can tell you're really engaged in the process and you've been thinking through this, okay? So I use a little nonverbal. I shake my head up and down if I'm on a Zoom call, right? But I affirm, Sally, that's a great question. And then you always want to edify the next person. So affirmation, Sally, great question. And then you want to edify. You know, there's somebody, I'm talking about the fulfillment specialist role, and I will switch hats and I will do it for you as you get these questions coming in from your clients. But affirm, Sally, great question. You know, I'm a business credit consultant. So my role is very specialized here. And then you do the affirmation. But we have somebody named Sean Moore. Sean's been with the company for 10 years. He's a business financial strategist. He's one of the best in the country, if not the best in the country. He's your business financial strategist. Okay, so that's your edification. Now I'm edifying somebody else. I'm transferring to that knowledge. What am I doing in the process too? Is C, I'm confirming, confirmation. That's the C, ACE, A-C-E. I'm turning it around because I use edification first, but confirmation. So then you confirm the process, right? You constantly want to reassure the client that they're in good hands. You constantly want to confirm that they're in a good process. So I would say in this particular case, if I was a business financial strategist, moving them, again, deflecting the question that I'm not answering to somebody of higher quality, higher pay grade than me, maybe call it, okay? I'm confirming, you know, that is the very reason why here we have specialists. You know, you're in really, really good hands, you know, confirming the process that we can take you to specialization. Of course, I don't necessarily want to go there. I have my own opinion. I'd like to answer your question, but I don't want to, you know, usurp the power of your edify, Sean Moore, business financial consultant. I want to make sure that we're moving in the right direction with him. ACE, affirm, confirm, and edify. Now, how does that work for you guys? Okay, how does that work for you? It's interesting how Siri just decides to jump in my face. Sorry about that. But how does that work for you? When you're talking with clients, you have the ability, because of the role you're playing, you're an actor in this role, right? Go back to our story brand. You're an actor. Who are you? You're the guide. You're on their side of the fence. You're their advocate. You're their concierge. You're leading them through this process. So you can oftentimes use the ACE, ACE method by affirming, confirming, and edifying, okay? Affirming is, again, to your client. So we might ask you a question about, you know, well, you know, I got these credit challenges. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, you know, they drive me crazy. You know, now you're allowing them to open up by using the ACE method. You're saying, you know what, Sally, that's an excellent question. I can tell you're engaged in the process. I love working with people like you that are so engaged and so dedicated to improving. What does Sally think of herself right now, right? You just took her up a notch in her own eyes. Somebody that she just met or just had the opportunity to meet just recently now is understanding that she really has passion for what she's doing, right? Affirming, ACE, confirming, right? Thank goodness you're in this process. Thank goodness you're in this process. This is designed specifically to take care of people like you that have this passion, confirming. And then edification is E, right? When you meet your consultants, you are going to be amazed at how great they are. Let me tell you about Sean Moore, 10 years in the business. He'll be your BFS. If we're able to get a strategic plan out of the company and get your strategies, you will be amazed at what these guys can do for you. ACE, affirm. Good job, Sally. You're awesome. I love you. Confirm. This process is designed for you. Edify the people. Connect the people. What happens when you create a relationship where you're handing over amazing resources to somebody else, right? My neighbor walks across the street the other day. He says, guys, you guys have a beautiful place. It's always so manicured, so clean. It looks so nice. Do you do it yourself? Not a blister, right? No, I don't do it myself. Mary does it. No, I'm kidding. I've got this landscaper. He's amazing. He's incredible. He's really cost effective. Let me introduce you, right? I am passing it on to somebody else. When that landscaper shows up, does he show up with a positive or a negative on his side of the ledger? Shows up with a positive, right? When you transfer that, when you deflect that, the person clearly sees what? I have their best interest in mind because I'm going to show you somebody that does it better than me. I'm not a landscaper. Let me take you to this guy. I'm not a financial analyst. Let me introduce you to Sean. ACE, ACE. Any questions? Any questions, gang? My suggestion, use it. Try it. See how it works for you. And again, as Barbara says, I'm going to take, barbed wire, I'm going to take some words right out of your mouth. Don't use my words. Make it your own. She is a master at training you guys and always telling you, hey, this is what I do, but make it your own. So take the technology. ACE is it's a method. Take the technology and make it your own.